Welcome to Facebook for the Blind, your look at the downfall of Western civilization through the best memes we can find each week. Ladies and gentlemen, both and neither, welcome to that time of the week we like to celebrate Facebook for the Blind, a show for the visually and Facebook impaired. I'm your sometimes humble host. How are you this evening? I hate my life and want to die. Joined by my beautiful co-hosts, Andrew Teedy and Michael LeBune. And we are going to
talk about that.
We are going to get to some funny memes. But first, a trademarked, copyrighted portion of every Facebook for the Blind show, the depressing news.
We did it first.
That's our shit.
Except no substitutes, people. We do depressing news unlike anyone else. Hey, unfriend of the show, Legion of Doom of the show, Marjorie Taylor Greene, one of the usual suspects, is all over the news today, defending her boyfriend after an old drag video goes viral. Which is kind of funny. I probably should have done the other thing from the New York Post, since they're such a venerable news outlet. A 19-year-old man ran a U-Haul truck into the White House, into the barriers around the White House. And when they arrested him, they also found a Nazi flag. And I'm sure, like you guys, you were thinking to yourselves, didn't we just spray for Nazis? No, they're back. They're back. It's like anyway, it's the plague. So MTG, her boyfriend, her new guys, I don't know. She seems to date like gaggles at a time. It makes no sense, even while married. I don't even understand. But and that's fine. And there's nothing wrong with that. But she has questionable judgment, because you'll note that the other big headline today was that Kevin McCarthy's used chapstick bought at auction for $100,000 by Marjorie Taylor Greene. Ladies and gentlemen of the audience, do you want someone in power, in any capacity, who would spend $100,000 on a chapstick, let alone Kevin fucking McCarthy's chapstick? Yeah. So getting back to the boyfriend, I guess New York Post is trolling the conservatives with the boyfriend in drag, because, they're certainly not going to give a crap about, money or stupidity. So I knew you'd want to see a picture of it. I don't know, something about tuna Christmas. I don't know what's going on here. So, hey, he looks stupid. McCarthy today, in breaking headlines, has ruled out repealing those tax cuts for the rich after the White House talks end in failure to secure yet another deal on the debt ceiling, because these people are maniacs. They're complete maniacs. And, that's why they're really all they've ever really stood for is the tax cuts for the rich. Here's an interesting thing too. Elizabeth Warren put out the other day that if we hadn't had the $3 trillion in Trump tax cuts, that the Republicans all voted for, we wouldn't have a debt ceiling crisis right now. So, Luke Zaleski summarizes it as anyone who thinks Republicans won't allow the United States to default on the debt hasn't been paying attention to the fact that they've sided with Putin, Trump, and the insurrectionists already, and are all in on destroying the nation and taking power in as hostile a way as possible. And man, I tell you, that's about right. Hey, the Washington Post reports that the Surgeon General has an advisory on social media for kids. And I will tell you right now what you already know. Social media is terrible for your health. And the Surgeon General advises that you should get all of your memes filtered through Facebook for the Blind, a show for the visually and Facebook impaired.
Yes.
We look at the social media so you don't have to.
Yeah. Seriously, we sterilize it with alcohol first so you won't get any cooties.
Yes.
New York Times has this warm, fuzzy headline for Michael. AI is getting better at mind reading. They have attempted speech people who have lost the ability to speak, and it's allowed them to read their minds and let them speak.
They got to stop fucking with this shit.
Paralyzed people are starting to write just while thinking about writing.
No.
I don't want to be in a Terminator movie.
I know. Well, the thing is, yeah, it's going to be horrible, but, I got nothing. So, friend of the show, Dave Brandt, the Ohio farmer best known from the But It's Honest Work meme, has passed away following a vehicle accident. He was renowned for his experiments and developments in regenerative agriculture and soil health. May he rest in peace. And honestly, we have used the honest work meme a number of times, and sad to see you go there, Mr. Brent. Father Nathan Monk posted this 4-panel cartoon of the farmer with the halo over his head, and death is reaching to him. He says, "It's time to go, but I didn't do much. No, it was honest work." Anyway. Hey, another really more upbeat news. Zaslav, who's the overpaid CEO of Warner Brothers, was called to make a commencement speech at Boston University, and the graduates booed him.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Zaslav's speech was interrupted multiple times by chants of "pay your writers," because of course the Writers Guild is on strike right now because they're being underpaid. So, Giuliani is being sued for alleged sexual abuse and wage theft. And Lawrence O'Donnell revealed that there was one phrase in particular that was very dangerous. The most dangerous phrase for Giuliani in that sexual assault lawsuit, which was like 100 and some pages long, too, by the way, was "this conversation was recorded." This conversation was recorded. He was reading from the state. This conversation was recorded. They brought over 100 pages of receipts with audio, and that makes my nipples hard. Sarah Buchan at maestro.ai says, in a conversation on Reddit today, somebody asked if in other languages they have phrases like righty-tighty, lefty-loosey to remember which way to turn screws, lids, etc. And one person answers that in Spanish, the phrase is la derecha oprima, la izquierda libera, or the right oppresses and the left liberates. And her first comment is, now I kind of want to put this on a t-shirt, which then I had tons of my people also posting under this when I reposted it. So I made the t-shirt. So we've got merch. And if you like a t-shirt that says la derecha oprime, la izquierda libera, talk to me in the chat. Pi Omega Omega.
We're looking at a picture of Eric Sizemore with a brown beard.
Oh,
this is
there we
brown
go.
Beard, Eric Sizemore.
Yeah, well, you know.
I like it.
You know, the t-shirts, they make me look younger.
Can they make me look thinner?
I can paste your head on this this picture that I pasted my head onto.
Yeah.
Pi Omega Omega, the Champagne Fraternity and Exclusive Drinking Club, whose member is former Mayor Don Gerard. He reposts May 23rd is National Drinking with Chickens Day. National Drinking with Chickens Day was founded by Kate Richards, who is the author of the book Drinking with Chickens. Free-range cocktails for the happiest hour. Their specialty is creating Instagram-famous cocktails with ingredients found fresh in a garden. Sometimes even the weirdest sounding reason can be an opportunity to partake in a libation. Cheers! May 23rd, Drinking with Chickens Day. Now, you might think to yourself, you know, Facebook for the Blind always ends in a fun animal story. What the hell is happening? Okay.
What'd you do?
I don't know, man. That was crazy. Anyway, and you're probably saying to yourself, it's probably this frog. And Eric posted, look at this little buddy. This guy like hopped up. He hopped up right next to me. I've seen a lot of different species behind my apartment, but this is the first time I'd seen the frog. And I thought that was absolutely fantastic. And you're like, well, nothing could get cooler for your closing animal story than that. But you'd be wrong. Because friend of the show, Steve Townsend, and also another friend of the show, John Gardner, I believe, posted the Mind Unleashed. There is an owl flying around in a small town in Missouri who has captured a child's hobby horse and is carrying it around town. Picture of the owl in the tree with a hobby horse, the little horse's head there on the branch and flying around. And in profile there, man, I don't know. When I see that, I just hear, I'm going to get you, my pretty.
Let me tell you something. This looks like a cover-up for a witch.
Sure.
That's a witch. They photoshopped that fucking horse shit.
Yeah.
It's not fooling me.
That's some Harry Potter shit, dude.
I'm guessing the mayor released the video of the owl with the thing.
Oh, do you think maybe there'll be a monster in town and then it'll be revealed that the mayor was trying to scare away people so he could pull off a big real estate scam, but he would have gotten
probably need to send some kids and a dog in
Kids.
there to investigate
In a pimp ass van.
from the 70s, obviously.
And he would have gotten
Oh,
away
definitely.
with it too if it wasn't for you darn kids. All right, that wraps up our ridiculous take on the news for May 23rd, 2023 from Facebook for the Blind. And now is the part of the show where I hand it over to Michael Abune. Who does a very nice long round one.
Round one.
Here comes a big long round one. Starting off with a picture of Orbit gum, pack of Orbit peppermint gum, and a bottle of water, and it says "just to feel something." That is an intense feeling.
Woo!
Yeah.
Wow.
Next up, we got this little ditty here. It's from somebody screenshotted a conversation, a text conversation. It's between the seller and a buyer. The buyer says, "How much are you selling the PC for?" And he says, $1,200. And he says, "And how much RAM does it have?" Kind of sad. The guy replies, "I don't know. It belonged to my son, and he passed away recently." The guy says, "Get a Ouija board and ask him."
Ah! Oh, shit! Jesus Christ!
Let it be known I almost used this myself, and I said, nah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
This is from Mick J. Cow. He's retweeting Volkswagen's, he's reposting Volkswagen's Instagram. And it says, "Volkswagen Italy, please never change your Instagram handle." And then you see it's Volkswagen Italia.
Oh.
But it also looks like Volkswagen Genitalia.
Yeah. That was my nickname in the military.
Nice. Here we have a picture of this is like salt, sea salt you can buy. And it says, "Just my luck, 250 million year old salt, and it expired 2 years ago." And you see on the container it says, "Formed by the primal sea more than 250 million years ago. This 100% uncontaminated," the description of the salt, and it's been stamped with a sell-by date that says 2019. Oh boy, this one really makes you think. Says says, "Crazy how time flies." 2 pictures, and the first is a picture of Eminem with Ice Cube, Snoop Dogg, and what's his name? Dr. Dre. And right below that is a picture of Pope Francis and 3 bishops. But they're not really the same people. This one comes from Maxine Cherry at Chase O'Berry. Says, "This is one of the best things ever made," and it's just a picture of the "Do Not Disturb" button for iPhone. I completely agree. I fucking live by that shit. I got 2 more for this round. History for the Witty 2.0 says, "What to do if you cast no reflection?" There's a picture of a guy standing in the front of a mirror with no reflection. Step 1, don't worry. It's no reflection on you. Step 2, ha! Step 3, anyway, you're a vampire. And I like that step 2 is ha!
Yeah.
My last one for round 1 comes from Mormonger at Mormonger. Says, "Nobody talks about Jesus' miracle of having 12 close friends in his 30s.
Hell yeah.
And that's all for my round 1. Let's see what you got, TD.
Hello, everybody. It is time once again for TD's often imitated, never duplicated, world famous short Hello, everybody. It is time once again for TD's often imitated, never duplicated, world famous short round one. Short but satisfying. Okay, Eric alludes this in the news, but Midwest versus everybody, they also posted a thing about the internet mourns the death of its favorite meme farmer, Dave Brandt, again from the it's not much, but it's honest work meme. And again, we've all used this meme, we've all made jokes, but like Sizemore saying, this is a very interesting dude. So thank you, sir, and your meme will live on for much, much longer.
Yeah.
All right, now for some funny shit. All right, friend of the show, Mike Turpin, post, when your homie walk in for a neck tap, but you got to hit him with the sleeve price. And there's this feller with what I can only describe as one of his parents is a giraffe, because look at that goddamn neck. It looks like a head on top of a Pringles can on top of some shoulders.
He's got quite a neck.
Yeah.
But yeah, you'd have to do a whole sleeve on that thing.
Hey, before you change it, there's just I gotta tell a quick story here. My uncle told me this story from the Ozarks, like the town that my family's from. It's right around Snowball, Arkansas. And evidently there's this guy named Buster Scott who had really big fucking feet. I mean, real big. Like, I've seen a picture. He made the paper. His feet were so fucking big. And there's another guy in the same town who had a real long neck like a giraffe. And he said one time they got in an argument, these two guys, and Buster Scott said to the guy, or the guy said to Buster, he said, I could slug you in the face and your head would hit the floor and you'd still be standing up straight, because his feet are so big. He'd just stand right up. And Buster said, he said, if you ate a grape, it'd be wine before it hit your stomach. And I said to my uncle, I said, what's the odds of a guy with feet that big being in the same mercantile as a guy with a neck that long?
Yeah.
And my grandpa spoke up and he said, in these hills, I'm pretty good. And that is an incest joke, is what that is.
Well, mountain people,
There's only so many families on the mountain.
Yeah. Back to TD.
Back to me. Friend of the show, Glenn TD. We might be related. Don't know. I've never met him. Says he reposts American saloons, bars, and taverns, and just says, "Dad, time to get the 25-piece patio set out." And it's a wooden lawn chair and a 24-pack of beer. Leinenkugels, original to be exact.
25 patio set.
That's fucking good. I like that.
That's a tight, legit.
It's tight.
Right.
Right. Next up.
Oh my God.
Friend of the show, former coworker of mine, Samantha Sam Wiedemann. She posts a picture of this little Oompa Loompa, literally, leaning into a car.
Huh.
And it says, an everlasting gobstopper is $50. And if you want a scrumdiddlyumptious at the end, it's $100.
Oh.
It's an Oompa Loompa whore.
Ooh, buddy. Okay.
I thought that, okay. And anyway.
I'm scarred. I am scarred from the Oompa.
Well, then I did my job.
Yes.
I don't want to leave a mark. I want to leave a scar. All right. Thompson Galapagos, I just met him, says, my son was so cute today. He asked me, Dad, are clouds candy? I told him they were water. Then he said, Dad, what's Earth's defense system? And then I remembered I don't have a son. And he asked again, his eyes now obsidian black. What is the defense system, Father?
This guy's weird.
I like it. I like it.
That's an alien abduction joke.
It's a good one.
All right. Friend of the show, friend of the universe, friend of you and me, Jason Jester, post a picture of, well, It just says the deer I'm about to hit at 50 mile per hour staring me down. And it's a picture of Austin Powers looking very Austin Powers with like the psychedelic strobe lights going on in the background. That's what if you've ever hit a deer, that's what they look like. Right
exactly what they
smack
look
them.
like.
Yes, it is.
They really do. Oh,
Yeah, baby. All right, moving on. Friend of the show, Deborah M, says, what does it look like I do for a living? And it's a picture of a dude, probably in his early 20s, long, scruffy hair. He's kind of got like the no sideburns, no mustache, nothing except just like chin goatee. He's got like a OD green shirt on and maroon pants. And someone commented, it looks like you solve mysteries with a dog.
It does.
yeah. That's okay. Weird.
Shaggy.
Second Scooby-Doo appearance in
Second
this show.
Scooby-Doo reference. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that's like that would be Shaggy if he was born in the year 2001.
We all love Scooby snacks. It's a
Yep.
cultural touchstone.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I have Scooby graham crackers right next to me.
Dude, it's everything, man. All right, and this is the conclusion of my world famous short round one. It's also from friend of the show, Deborah M. And it's a 3-panel, and in the top panel, it's that scene from Harry Potter where they're in the ethereal bus station or ethereal subway station or whatever the fuck they're in.
Right.
And it's a little baby pile of chicken wings, Voldemort. And he's got a MAGA hat on, just looking all pitiful. And Harry's like, what happened to him? And Dumbledore's all like, they put a rainbow on a beer can.
Fucking killed him.
Fucking killed him. Took all of his power.
Too funny.
The rainbow on a beer can. All right, that's that's my round one. So size
Loving
one.
it.
Go for it, buddy.
Round one brought to you by Wholesomeness. This is my patented trademarked medium-sized round one. We see here a cowboy teddy bear. I think he looks really fun. He's got a little cowboy hat, and he's got a little bowler tie, and a little leather vest, and he's got a little watch on, little cowboy boots and jeans. He's got fringe on the jacket. I mean, he's a very cowboy teddy bear. And this appears on a t-shirt surrounded by the words, God grant me the serenity to accept the vibes that aren't rootin' tootin'.
Dude, that's fucking great.
I broke my wholesome round in the first batch. Boom. This is a picture from the Highland Society, and we see the Tom Baker Doctor Who from the 80s era, which I thought was really cool. And it says the iconic, ridiculously long scarf of Tom Baker's Doctor in Doctor Who was a result of a hilarious misunderstanding. Costume designer James Atchison didn't know how to knit, so he bought a bunch of wool and sent it to his friend's mom. The knitter thought she was supposed to use up all the wool.
Oh, no.
I think it's delightful, though. What the hell would we even have watched the show if he didn't have 28 feet of scarf?
It started a fashion trend.
Oh, yeah. I knew
I was
about
going to say, I know a few people that have one of those.
I do too. I do
Yeah.
too.
Yeah. All because of a goofy costume designer who didn't communicate well. So, wholesome round. I went to a pretty good information school at U of I. Library and Information Science School is considered the best in the country, but today I got a bit of comeuppance because friend of the show, Mike, shared the Technical University of Munich Garching campus Mathematics and Information Science building, and it has slides. Look at these. It's not sculpture.
Fuck U of I.
No, man.
Hell yeah.
Look at these. That's 3 stories of slides.
Oh my God, that's so sick.
Oh yes, I need to do this.
I want to
Yeah.
pee down it. I want to pee down that slide.
Yeah, pretty
I wanna
much.
stand at the top and pee into it.
I think all of us, though, agree with the second commenter here who's just, I've never been so disappointed in the U of I as I was when I saw this.
Piece of trash U of I school. No, they didn't
It's
even have
like,
these
yes.
fucking slides.
I need a 5-story slide, then we'll talk, homie.
Yeah. This one's captioned a brief lesson in flowcharts, and we start up in the upper hand corner. There are a lot of boxes. It says start. This is a flowchart. Okay. And the next box says, so you get it? Yes, that's a flowchart. Now, if you said no, it says, this is a flowchart. A what? A flowchart. A what? How'd you get this far anyway? No idea. Okay, see the boxes? No. Wait, what? Yes. Do you see the arrows? No. Are you dumb? Obviously. Woo! That's a flowchart. I liked it. Me. Hi,
Good
my name is.
flowchart.
Hi, this is a conversation. This. Hi, my name is Tiffany, and I'm an alcoholic. AAA, ma'am. This is AAA. Me. I know. I'm explaining to you why my car is in the lake. Friend of the show, Trish, has got a piece of sculpture. I didn't even know she did sculpture, but this is a little diorama that she's going to have up at the Arc in Chicago, very prestigious gallery, and she's in a sculpture show. Look at this cool thing. It's like a little red lit up diorama box. There's like some lighting. There's some like, sort of filtering with some cloth going around the edges of this box. There's a little, I don't know, like a little window in the background, like a frame thing. There's a hinged piece coming off the wall. There's something behind glass in there reflecting off. There's some kind of like ceramic heart with wires coming out of it and leaves. And man, I know it's all on a squished white eggplant couch. I don't know. But my friend Trish did this. Oh, and this diorama's title is Alien Transmission Motel Incident. Anyway.
I gotta say, I really don't like the word diorama.
I can't imagine why. How does Mexican diorama feel? Any better or worse? Or?
No, it's not any better at all, for sure.
Yeah, that reminds me of the time I ate seafood burritos.
All right, you guys are fucking up my wholesome round.
You're the one who fucking said diorama.
Here's a picture of SpongeBob, and he's got his hands on both sides of his head and his eyes closed, and he's screaming very loudly, and it says, "You attract what you fear." Me. Ah, wealth. This is just an awesome picture that I found online. This is the 1952 Disco Volante, and it is one of the curviest red little sports car-y things I've ever seen in my life. I don't even know how to describe the shape. It's like jelly beans. It looks like it could fly. This would have been more appropriate in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. with Phil Coulson in the flying
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like the 62 Corvette, I approve. I totally, sure, I would love that. But this is more befitting of Phil Coulson and S.H.I.E.L.D.
Kind of looks like that car from Cars.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I tell you what, it's doing something for
mix fuck off or whatever.
you know what though?
Lightning McQueen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. You know what the key difference is between the cars in that movie and this car? I want to put this car in my mouth.
Yeah, well, listen, you know how they're the same? And I'm never going to see either one of them in real life. I'm never going to drive it.
No. But I might get a Matchbox car and put it in my mouth. Friend of the show, Dr. Colleen posts this from Dread Pirate Bradius at Bradius0, who says, "Never wear a butt plug to your MRI appointment." My God. Greatest personal injury case I've ever heard. Chris Goodnow, an esteemed Valley attorney, has picked up a client who is suing a sex toy company. Said client purchased a butt plug that was advertised as 100% silicone. Client wears butt plug to MRI appointment. Much to the client's dismay, butt plug in fact has a small metallic core. Butt plug is accelerated at the speed of sound into the client's chest cavity, described in a memo as an anal railgun. Client survived with major injuries.
Christ.
Yeah, but you know what? I sent this to my cousin because he's a personal injury attorney, and he was just like drooling. I could sense it. Like,
oh my God.
Wholesome round one. I think that was it. I think I did my wholesome round. Oh, God. Forgive me, Father,
I mean,
for I was wholesome.
I think what's so scary about that is that it could literally happen to any of us.
The fuck it ain't. The fuck it ain't.
You know, that's the part that's so scary.
No.
SCA fairy godmother comes out of the closet. Friend of the show, SCA fairy godmother comes out of the closet. Has a picture of an apparition and a painting of a woman seeing an apparition, and it says, "The relief you feel when you realize the weird house noises are ghosts and not shit you can't afford to fix." Here's a picture of a classic meme. The woman screaming and pointing, and then the next panel is a cat looking smug. The woman is screaming and pointing. "Masturbating does not make you go blind." And the cat says, "I'm over here, lady." And then you look again, and sure enough, she's pointing away from him. She's a masturbator. Spence at Spence Den says, "Millennials walking around like they rent the place." Memes. Friend of the show, memes. I'll tell you what, if you're not following memes,
Good thing you came here.
so there's a picture of a pair of scissors, and it says, "If this is a pair of scissors," then there's a picture of two of them, and it says, "Then what the fuck is this?" Pair of scissors and a pair of scissors. Anyway. Anarcho.spirituality, friend of the show, Anarcho at spirit.spirituality. This is really wild. It says rain on different worlds.
Fun.
And then you read down quickly, there's rain is water on Earth. Rain is sulfuric acid on Venus. On Titan, rain is methane. On Neptune, rain is diamonds. On HD 189733b, rain is glass. And on Uranus, rain is semen.
Boo.
I got three more for this round. Historic Vids, friend of the show, at History and Memes, says, "Take a look at the ingredients of a cough syrup manufactured in Baltimore back in 1888, and it's called One Night Cough Syrup, trademark. Each ounce contains alcohol, cannabis indica, chloroform, and morphine, skillfully combined with a number of other ingredients."
God.
Holy fuck.
I like mine with
That cough
sarsaparilla.
syrup. I need that cough
I bet
syrup.
that's I want to cut that
Whoa.
cough syrup with Red Bull.
No, give me a shot straight.
You know, and I'll tell you what, man, back then healthcare cost like pennies.
Woo! Yeah, and the fucking average lifespan was 42 years. All right,
Yeah.
two more. Here we have the picture of the hot. It's like a hot emoji where the emoji face is kind of tongue out, panting, and then there's sweating, one drop of sweat. But somebody just wrote eyes next to the eyebrows, and then they wrote, and they kind of drew a circle around the eyes, and then they said nose. So where what would have been the eyes is now labeled nose, and what would have been the eyebrows is now labeled eyes. And then when you look at it again, it looks like, I don't know, it looks like a cow or a pig person.
Right.
Yeah.
Kind of like you're looking up their nose, their sleepy nose.
All right, and TD, why don't you take this next one? Are you ready?
Yeah.
My last meme for round two, the ill Reverend Brown. Take it away.
Oh God. Bleach. It's an angry emoji, but it's got two massive breasticles. Big old tatas. Big old bitties.
And that's all we got for round 2, folks. Kicking it over to you, TD.
You can't mentally scar me like that and then expect me to do my round.
Why is that meme so mad?
Why are the
Why is that little
boobs so
emoji
big?
so mad? Like, it doesn't make any sense.
The boobs
just
are
so
almost
vulgar.
proportionate to its head.
So stupid.
Okay, Matt, at Matt Whitlock PM, he says, without revealing your actual age, what's something you remember that if you told a younger person they wouldn't understand? And Monster King just says, video games only worked on channel 3.
Yeah, that is weird. That's like weird to think about.
Yeah.
And the VCR worked on that channel too.
Yep. Yep.
For those of you that don't know VCR, fucking Google it. You pussies.
Love movie tapes.
Internet Hall of Fame, friend of the show. Repost from unintentionally. It just says, gotta respect the longevity of Microsoft Word. Nothing about it works and is still the standard. Want to move an image? Go to hell. Edit a PDF? Edit your expectations. Ignore a spelling mistake? How about suck my dick? That'll be $150.
Dude. I feel this one, man. I was editing a document just the other day, man. You hit a space bar and like sirens start off in the distance. What the hell?
I thought you'd like that one, Sesma.
Indeed.
All right, moving on. Papa Wolf and Krampus says, maybe not the message you should put on axes. Sure enough, someone's holding what appears to be I don't know if it's a hand hatchet or a full ass axe, but it just on the head of the axe there, it says, do it.
Jesus.
Do it.
That's yeah.
That's not really the phrase I want anyone thinking when they're holding an axe in public.
Yeah.
Especially if that person looks like me.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because I look like the kind of guy that would be holding an axe just saying, do it.
You know, it's funny. I'm sitting here thinking about, like, if I go to Do It Best Hardware, can I buy an axe that says Do It Best? You know, to remind you to clean up your DNA. Remember everything you learned from those podcasts.
In theme with that, friend of the show, Jason Jester, posted a picture of Wendy from The Shining. And she's looking down at Jack Nicholson's typewriter, and it doesn't say all work and no play make Jack a dull boy. No, it says right about now, the Funk Soul Brother. Check it out now, the Funk Soul Brother. Right about now, the Funk Soul Brother. Check it out now, the Funk Soul Brother. I think that's exactly what should be in a remake if they ever do another remake of that fucking movie.
Nice. That's great.
All right, moving on. Virgil, I don't know you, says, Visa says no nookie tonight because I was in line behind a guy buying condoms and his card got declined. The little old lady behind me whispered, he just got cock blocked by Visa.
Oh.
Visa is everywhere you don't need to go. All right, moving on. All right, Internet Hall of Fame once again says, why is there a gun? Because it's a picture of a little Dr. Toy playset, and it's got the stethoscope, and it's got like some little fake pills, because, you know, opioids, some little rubber duckies, and a shotgun with 3 darts. What the fuck? Are we putting them in the emergency room with the shotgun and then checking them out and giving them the opioids? Is the gun agency in it with the big pharma?
I think this is made in Japan, and that's what they think our doctors carry.
Well, maybe in Chicago.
Maybe it's so the doctor can give you shots.
Oh, wait, no, wait. It's a country doctor. This doctor does the humans and the horses. Oh,
Yeah.
horse got a broken leg.
Yep.
Here we go. Saddle up, pony.
Yeah.
Oh, this
but
may,
what-
or maybe this is a veterinarian.
Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah.
looks
What are-
forward to it all week.
I
Hope
see
I-
what-
bowling pins.
Yeah, what the fuck are the bowling pins for? I agree with you, Beverly. What's up with the bowling pins?
I thought they
When
were
you run out of
suppository.
shotgun
Continues to
shells, you beat
sell.
them to death. You club them to death with a bowling pin.
Like a humanitarian death or something.
Yeah, Dr.
Oh, there you go.
Kevorkian style.
There you go.
Yeah.
All right,
I like
mercifully
spot stories.
moving on.
For cows. What they are.
Internet Hall of
Take it
Fame
to it.
once again. Post a picture of two McDonald's. One, like how I remember them back in like the 80s and 90s, and two, how they look today. And it says, is it just me, or is McDonald's gone from a happy child to a depressed middle-aged adult? And yes,
Huh.
that's exactly what they've become. There's nothing
Oh my
happy about a
God.
modern McDonald's.
Holy crap, you're right. I didn't think about that.
Yeah,
I grew up-
remember the old McDonald's,
Grew up,
man?
didn't it?
Remember a play place? When was the last time you seen a McDonald's with a good play place?
I don't know.
Yeah.
All right, moving on. I'm a 41-year-old man bitching about a play place. All right, moving on. Cats on Cocaine, friend of the show, Cats on Cocaine. Repost Sunday morning memes, and it's a picture of a Scotsman in a kilt, and it says, traditionally the Scots used their sporran in battle to carry their war kittens, because sure enough, there's their little sporran pouch there, and he's got the flap up, but sure enough, there's this adorable little kitten with murder in its eyes.
Another way of reading this is that the difference between the Irish and the Scots is when you look in the Scottish dick flap, pussy. We gave the Scots those skirts fucking like 1,000 years ago, and they never got the goddamn joke. They just put them on and wore them forever.
Send all letters to Michael Labune, P.O. Box 420, South Canada.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll take care of that for you.
Come at me, you fucking Scots. I don't give a shit. Fucking
You're
Scots.
not, hey, no, come on. I got Scottish buddies. Don't start
They're
this.
too drunk. They're too drunk to come this far. I don't give a fuck.
Do you really want to throw stones on that one?
On the Scots, yeah. Dude, listen, if the Scots are anything, they're fucking shit talkers. Like, it's like, I'm not embarrassed by this. Can't make me.
All right.
All right, moving
Pussy
on before
in there.
Michael gets
The cat.
in trouble.
Sometimes a cat's called a pussy. Pussy cat.
Friend of the show, Jason Jester, post a picture and says, "What's wrong, babe? You barely touch your charcuterie." And sure enough, it is a meat and cheese looking Rubik's Cube looking motherfucker with crackers on top of it and bottom of it. It's a charcuterie.
That's crazy.
That's fucking weird, bro. Even for me.
Yeah.
That's a good pun.
That's a good
I
pun,
get it.
but you realize someone actually made this. I mean, come on.
Charcuterie.
Charcuterie.
I mean, if that had been laying around at a party when I was a kid, I would have made this.
That's true. I would have ate that. I would have
would
stuffed that whole cubery in my mouth.
I would have challenged my friends to see if they could stuff it in their mouth, watch them choke, and then
We would have been good friends back in the day.
Yep, and then I would have put it in the microwave and watched it melt.
Oh, you were that okay. You were that
Oh,
kid.
yeah.
That
Oh,
explains so much. This is the last one I got for round two here. Friend of the show, Chad Williams, posted a picture of one of those live doll sex robot things, because it says your sex robot could be hacked and programmed to kill you. And then it's the snarky Leonardo DiCaprio face from Django Unchained. Says, how's that different from a real girlfriend?
Oh shit.
It's funny
I love that,
because it makes sense.
That's really yeah. Why are you scared of things that aren't real yet when you could be scared of things that are real?
All right, that's my round 2. Leaving only
Fantastic.
my third round and post the most. Go, say some more.
Well done. Queuing up round 2, the irreverent round. You formerly the ill-defined irreverent round, I think, or something. I don't know. It's getting confusing there for a while, to be honest with you guys. Man, I'm no good at stretching. You're much better at stretching than I am, TD.
Does yoga.
Yeah.
Yeah, I say it's all in the other classes my fat ass does.
Nice. Just a quick reminder, because I like to remind people of things. Friend of the show, Frankie Boyle, he has posted a statement that I like to remind myself of. He says, I mean, it's a drag and we're all busy, but there's going to need to be some kind of revolution. And I quote this all over. People are like, what should we do? And I'm like, well, no, it's a hassle, but it's cool though. I've been talking to people and I say, hey, we're gonna have to use guillotines on billionaires. Everybody so far, to a man, is like, oh yeah. I go, and then we'll make the death penalty illegal. Oh yeah. But before that, everyone pretty much in agreement. It's been really crazy how popular this idea is. So I have hope. That's my wholesome one there. This is from the military humor page, and we see a team of stormtroopers from Star Wars all lined. I don't know, a couple dozen. I don't know what you call that. A squad. I have no idea. It says stormtroopers after a fun day of paintball. These are all.
That's awesome.
They sure can't hit the broadside of a barn, can they?
No, they're fucking lily white. They are clean. No,
They couldn't
paint.
hit water if they fell out of a fucking boat.
This next one's from friend of the show, Moist Buddha. Moist Buddha, first appearance in the show, surprisingly, most of the way through Act 2.
Will not find a Buddha more moist.
Yeah, it's
Moist
true.
The moistest of the Buddhas.
Yeah. The moistness is on point with this Moist Buddha. They have posted some Durex condoms here, and we see they're in one of those little clear plastic boxes. And it is captioned 29 little hacks that could save your life. Saffron Not So Joy comments, is that a fucking Game Boy cartridge case? Pancake says, this is a legit life hack because keeping a condom in your wallet is bad news. The friction from it being in your pocket or jostled around wears down the latex and can cause it to tear. If you keep one in your Game Boy cart case, it won't be an issue because no one will have sex with you.
That's awesome.
This next one was from somebody that I'm not sure if they're a friend of the show, but I like the meme, so I stole it. And it's just a sticker on their water bottle that says, playing with hula hoops and sniffing ketamine doesn't make you a free spirit. I was like, I don't know about this dude, but solid point. This one's just for Michael. It's a 4-panel. It's a 4-panel of the Pope holding up the Holy Host of communion, but instead it's one of those oh god, girls, what do you call those things that you used to play back in grade school with the paper?
I was trying to think of the name of it.
Chompers is what we call them. Chompers.
I think they called them fortune tellers when I was a kid.
So in my school,
Yeah, fortune tellers.
We called them chompers. I'm a little older than you guys. Chompers.
Fortune chompers.
I
Well-
say this is what girls in my third grade class used to figure out who they were going to marry.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
I was
yeah.
never on.
Yeah.
I was never an option on any of these fucking things. So
1, 2,
They didn't write your
3.
name on the jumper.
No, I could see it, man. It'd be like, say a number between 1 and 4, and they'd be like 3. 1, 2, 3, flap open, not TD, flap back.
I mean, and there was only like 40. There was only like maybe 40 kids in all of third grade.
Mhm.
You think, you know, 1 or 2 of them might have had me.
Anyway, I love this thing. All right, moving on. This is from friend of the show, Mitch Wilson, new friend, I suppose. And he's got a picture of SpongeBob opening up a box and the glow is coming out of it. And the question captioning at the top is, how did you finish that work so fast? And it's like, whoa, OSHA violations.
Word.
Moving on, the best and worst of Twitter 2. And if you're not following friend of the show, best and worst of Twitter 2, where are you getting your best and worst of Twitter 2? Celine Cunt has posted Nori at Nura Asabita, who says that 2K you worked hard for is better than that 100K that's given to you for free. And Cat Lego responds, don't ever give anyone advice again. That $2,000 you worked harder for. Fuck you, Nori.
No, I want the 100K. Gimme.
What is it about somebody who's given 100K who suddenly feels like they can dole out advice to everybody? You ever notice that one, boys? I run into that one sometimes. This next one's from friend of the show, Dr. John. Dr. John's got a picture of, I don't know, man, it's like a night vision thing of a tactical warrior guy with a helmet bristling with all kinds of gear and some kind of skull mask. And it says, today I made my coffee with Red Bull instead of water, and now I can see noises.
We all had that one guy in our unit.
Yeah. Let's try this guy. All right, moving on. I got about 3 left here. Friend of the show, Joe Klosek. If you're not following Joe Klosek, you are missing out. He says, dear gay-hating religious folks, Jesus had 2 dads. Jesus had 2 dads. He turned out okay. Relax. Loved it, but whatever. Friend of the show, Aaron, posted this sign that is apparently in a bathroom. Got a yellow caution at the top, and it says in big red letters, do not put hands in toilet. It contains a sharp device that can cause injury. No meta la mano en el escudo. Oh, you get the gist. It says, if the toilet becomes clogged, alert hospital staff immediately. Staff only. Remove wipes with trap text wipe retriever. And there's like a picture of like in the toilet, some kind of like a blade type of thing, I guess, in the S part of the tube. And there's a tool that the staff only should use, the trap text wipe remover, which looks like a bubble wand, but then it's got like bristles and prongs on one end of it. Do not put hands in the toilet. Contains a sharp device that can cause injury. And friend of the show, Aaron's just like, well, excuse me, I thought this was America. I do it.
Okay, the funny thing is that sign is in every bathroom in every VA in this country.
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
And yes, that's exactly what that thing is. It's just like a little round thing with blades. You can see it when you're taking a piss.
So we're fucking tough. We're so tough they have to put saw blades in our toilets, boys.
So wait.
That's how tough our shit is.
You're telling me that VA turds need a chomper?
Yes.
That's some heavy duty shit right
God.
there. I don't know what to even tell you all. This one, I don't know. Oh, I don't know if this is gonna show up or not. Oh well. This one I just found today. 4-panel of the Angry Gray Meme Man, and he's saying, "Wake up, sheeple!" And the person says, "Oh, thank you. Now I am woke." Then he's kind of blank-laced. And then he's angry. Wake up, sheeple. Oh my God, I got told that so many times. I am. Thank you. I'm woke. And finally, closing out round 2, the irreverent round. Friend of the show, Sarah, repost this 2-panel, and it's a picture, top half from Titanic. And we see Jack and what's her tush on the bow of the boat, king of the world in it. And it says, when I watched Rose, fine. Says when I never saw it. When I watch romantic movies, but I no longer believe in love. And you see, Jack and Rose, and they're like, oh, and then we scroll down to the bottom, and B. Arthur on Golden Girls says, Pusher.
I totally read it in her voice too.
Nice. That wraps up my round 2. Throwing it back to you for the penultimate round, Mr. Michael Labune. Throwing it back to you for the penultimate round, Mr. Michael Labune.
Here we go, kicking off round 3, penultimate round. Start with Noelle, who says, after flunking a job interview, I got up, shook everyone's hands, and walked directly into the coat closet. Trash Can Paul, friend of the show, Trash Can Paul. He posted his picture and he says, become ungovernable. And then you see it's a seagull drinking out of a bucket of water, and the bucket of water says dogs only, no seagulls. It's almost like that seagull can't read. I just want to point out that those play places that you were showing from the 1980s, McDonald's circa 1980s, early 90s. This is from friend of the show, Hugh Hollowell Jr., friend of the show, friend of mine, Hugh Hollowell Jr. Says, kid, did they have scary movies when you were a kid? Me. We had scary everything when I was a kid. And here is a picture of the whole cast from the McDonald's, I don't know what the fuck you call it when they were all together. Gang?
The land.
Gang?
Yeah, McDonald's land characters.
Well, he was Mayor
So
McCheese, so it's probably like McDee's town or something. I can't remember.
And remember, Mayor McCheese was also a jail. Wasn't it him that was the jail?
The playgrounds.
Grimace. Or was Grimace the jail? No, I think it was Mayor McCheese.
Yeah. Grimace is a butt plug.
Well, yeah, but he was also on the outdoor playlands. There was Grimace out there, wasn't there?
I think so.
Anyway, the Hamburglar, and those little fucking floofy guys. I don't know who's this.
The fry guy.
Here's the question: who's this guy? Who's this guy here
with the fucking beard?
I was going to ask, who is that?
Yeah.
What the fuck is that thing?
Is he the puppeteer? And I don't remember a pirate captain. Do you?
I don't either.
He was in there briefly in the
fish.
70s.
I remember the pirate
fish sandwich.
Yeah, I remember.
Oh
that.
yeah.
The
And
Jesus
this is Mayor
looking dude,
McCheese
though, who
with the
knows?
top hat. Who's this cop?
He
I
was
remember the
another
cop.
short-lived failed
Hamburglar.
character.
Let that one.
No, he was
Yeah. What was his name? I remember the cop.
I want to say it was something McCheese.
Constable
McCheese. He's a
Constable-
cheeseburger.
Yeah,
Moving
Constable
on.
Burger.
Here's a picture, and it just says deliver.
Michael, you're not
hurled through the air.
Audio
Say it
went
again. You got cut out.
I did?
Yeah.
Can you hear me now? Can you hear me
Yeah.
now? Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Cool. So here's a delivery photo. But for some reason, it's just the fucking Amazon package being hurled at the front door, and the package is midair when the photo was taken. I always suspected. This is J-Son at It's Mind of Jason. And he just says, it's a picture of two women, these ads that are warning or whatever, warning to you. And one is a picture of a pregnant woman smoking a cigarette, and then you can see in her belly that the baby is smoking a cigarette. And then the other one is a picture of a woman drinking a pint of beer, and in her belly you can see that inside her belly the baby is drinking a pint of beer. And Jason says, these babies are badass.
I remember
three more.
somebody said something about that, like when you take your baby to the bar, and it was just like, why wouldn't I want to hang out with a cool ass baby that hangs out?
My baby's a barfly.
The coolest
Shithead
baby.
Steve says, police, do not text and drive. police driving at 75 miles an hour down the street, and it's just a picture of a guy looking on a laptop with the Matrix behind him. So fucking serious. Trash can Paul's back, and picture these two people, looks like high schoolers, getting ready to fight. And he says, when your homeboy says his hair is more broccolier than your, and they both have broccoli hair. And my last one for the penultimate round 3, is pop punk bands be like, we got to get out of this trash town. And then it's just 4 pictures of like really exclusive suburban neighborhoods. And I'll be damned, but that is really fucking true. All those pop punk bands come from Orange County and shit. That's it for round 3 for me. Leaving only my post with the most.
All right.
Back to you, TD.
All right. We're going to bring this turkey in round 3 coming up. We're going to bring this turkey in round 3 coming up. There we go. Life of a Philosopher. Did I do this one last week?
No.
Okay. Says Life of a Philosopher in a Nutshell from Non-Aesthetic Things. It just says Life of a Philosopher in a Nutshell. Birth, and a picture of this little ugly, grumpy Victorian nutsack looking baby saying, why though? And then death.
Yeah. Why though?
That's it. Why though?
Yeah.
Why though?
You took some philosophies. It's like
next,
that's pretty much all it is, right?
It says more. These are, I did all these last week, dude.
All right, I'll go. Okay.
Keep going. Keep going. Yeah, there you go. That is it right there. That one.
Lo siento, querida.
Okay. I hope you like TD's flashback meme of the week. Friend of the show, Kristen Yanakis, repost Aborted Dreams, who repost Jackie is Midnight Rain. And she just asked the question, who wore it better, Taylor Swift or my dad? And it's Taylor Swift sitting there in a white dress with a gold collar, gold sleeves, and a gold band around her waist. And next is a small urn in a person's hand with a gold around the top, gold around the middle, and gold around the bottom. Who wore it better?
Oof.
Whew.
The urn looks like the dress.
Taylor. The answer's Taylor.
Not urn. Moving on. Front of the show, Jason Jester, post a picture of the kid in the yellow shirt sitting at a computer pointing at something behind him, looking very serious. And he says, you know what? I'm just gonna say it. And it zooms in on his face, looking even more serious. Says, I don't care who Taylor Swift is dating. He's apparently me and him are apparently the only ones. All right, moving on. And finally, in this little chunk here, Sven Bowser at So Bowser says, when you realize Taylor Swift is actually Napoleon Dynamite and drag, and it's a side-by-side picture of Napoleon Dynamite, looking like Napoleon Dynamite. And then it's the next picture is Taylor Swift making a very similar face. And I'm not saying, I'm just saying.
There's a similarity.
I mean, it's a valid, tight little joke. I mean, it works.
Yeah. They do both look like kind of mouth breathers.
Yeah, moving on.
I gotta say, I've never looked at Napoleon Dynamite's mouth this way that I'm looking at it now. But his lips are kind of similar to Taylor Swift.
I've totally looked at this mouth. This is the way. This is how you make your mouth when you're doing like a butthead impression.
Hey, you're right.
Chicks like dudes with like nunchuck skills.
Friend of the show, Deborah M. And you know what? Actually, Michael, you can read this one, buddy.
I just had my phone incorrectly autocorrect fucking, which means I've won. I've finally broken its spirit. How to spell your taste, demon box. That's incredible.
When I read that, I thought of you, buddy.
Nice.
Next up, we got Mike Turpin once again here in front of the show. It's a picture of, you know, your typical suburban basic white chick in her overalls and her t-shirt, and drinking her coffee, looking out a little breakfast nook window. And it says, watching the port pirate bleed out on your front lawn after stepping on the bear trap you laid out to protect your Amazon deliveries.
That's pretty good.
I like that one. Yeah, it was very fun. All right, well, okay, moving on. Citizen Smith posts a picture. It says, Apple Watch for sale, hardly used, used to belong to my Granny Smith. Because if you look, it's a green apple cut in a way that the guy put his hand clear through that motherfucker. And it's on him like a watch. And it's got numbers written on it, and the stem is the hand. Apple
Pretty
Watch. Good. Granny Smith.
That's a dad joke.
That's a good one.
I think Citizen
That's next level. That's next level dad jokery. That's next level.
That's like a dad joke with crafting.
Yeah. That's next level shit right there.
Yeah.
All right. Next up, front of the show, Sam Wiedemann, Samantha Sam Wiedemann, once again, says, I'll never trust what's in a hamburger helper, because it's showing a little hamburger helper mascot there holding the spoon, smiling, laughing. I'll never trust what's in hamburger helper till that fifth finger is found, because if you look, that glove only got 3 fingers and a thumb. We're missing a digit.
I think I know where it ended up.
Yeah, beef stroganoff, 2nd grade. Moving on.
Ew.
Internet Hall of Fame, once again. Fresh Boyardee post. 90s was kind of ass. Imagine being stuck in the house with no internet. Yuck. But Tana Claus, she says they had to put a commercial on TV that said it's 10 p.m. Do you know where your kids are? For our parents to remember we existed. We were not stuck in the house.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's what that commercial did. It said, hey, remember those crotch goblins you made? Yeah, you need to tell them to come inside now.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Friend of the show, friend of the universe, Jason Jester. He says, I think I downloaded the wrong alien. And it's a person in a skin-tight latex suit thing with metal bondage snaps. And they've got this strap-on device. It looks like a face hugger, except it's on the crotch. And the tail is a little bit more wiener-shaped. And it's got a syringe and a pump.
Got it all.
Ew, yeah, that and it says in space, no one can hear you scream.
Oh, yeah, no, true.
Much like Sizemore did as soon as he saw the fucking picture. That was great reaction.
I'm averting my eyes to
His thing is so
look at
foul.
it. You
try and
fucking
save
It's so
on
foul.
future therapy.
It looks like it for our listeners, it looks like a scorpion with a dick for a tail.
No, that's a goddamn camel spider, and you know
it looks like a face hugger, except that this face hugger, the legs have really been accentuated as fingers with knuckles. The flappy bottom parts are really balls, super duper balls. It's all very flesh tony, and the back end of it is clearly bicycle handlebar.
Like, far be it for me to kink shame, but like, how do you get to the place where you learn that this is what you need? Like, how many fucking steps did you have to take to get here?
Hey,
Yeah.
some people
Like,
really
somebody
like James
fucking
Cameron
made
movies,
this.
okay?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. No, I thought about that myself. I went to a bar in San Francisco, and it was a Ms. Bondage Go-Go 1999. So everyone was there in like thousands of dollars worth of gear, and I'm just dressed in black. And I was like, man, I don't have to spend anywhere near this much money to get off. Like, you know, I'll tell you what, that corset you're looking at there underneath that face hugger, that wrong ale in there, that corset's, depending on what it's made of, it could be $1,000.
Oh, at least, at least.
As a matter of fact, at first when you popped it up there, I thought it was my ex-girlfriend who makes them. I was like, oh, wait. Oh, nope, not her.
Mercifully moving on.
Yeah.
Sizemore gets in full-blown therapy. Friend of the show, Deborah M. Once again, it's the classic Lisa Simpson meme where she's standing in front of a screen doing a presentation, and the screen just says, testicles or just dick titties.
Huh.
Okay.
Awkward. I was gonna let that awkward silence just lay there.
Okay.
Let y'all marinate in that
Alright.
shit. All right, moving on.
Sure. I don't know what to do with that.
Deborah M. Once again, it's a picture of the child, Baby Yoda, Grogu, looking up quite wondrously and kind of confusedly. It says, my face when someone tells me stress balls are for squeezing, not for throwing at people who stress me out. I think that would make stress balls
What?
far more effective if I just got to chuck them at the people that were stressing my shit.
Oh, yeah, totally.
All right. Next. This is the last one I got for round 3 here. It says, I'm only here for the jokes. Front of the show. It's a picture of a statue that's not wearing pants. It says, and it's from behind. And it says, I knew the moment when I slapped this statue on the ass, I had hit rock bottom.
Oh, God.
Fuck out
Because
of here.
it's a statue, it's a stone ass, rock bottom. Rock bottom, baby.
Wow.
All right, that leaves only my post with the most. Go ahead, Sizemore.
Okay. Wow. Sure. I'm gonna be thinking about you. I'm gonna pray for you, TD.
What?
Nothing. Oh, I'm just being silly on our show. Into the third round, the penultimate round.
He's like, I'm just joking. I'm not gonna pray for you.
Michael.
I'm just joking. I'm not gonna pray for you.
Michael feels.
Yeah, you'd be wasting your breath, homie.
Friend of the show, Mike Ingram for everyone posts happy Sunday. Here's a picture of me, and this is the Care Bear, one of my favorite Care Bears. It's Grumpy Bear. Yes, he has a dark cloud on his tummy, and instead of a big smile, he has scars on his cheeks, half-slit eyes, and a frown. And the caption comes with, I got you a gift. It has your energy. The gift.
The Grumpy Bear.
Hold on. Michael's favorite TD, my wife Mary, actually gave me a Grumpy Bear for Christmas 2 years ago.
Nice.
Oh, that's cute.
Do we know our audience or what? Hey, speaking of, I forgot this one from Joe Klosek a week or so ago. This is the Barbie Dream Loader, and we see from Aliens the P5000 work loader playset in pink with yellow and purple highlights, and it looks gorgeous. I would totally buy this. It says Barbie not included. 2 AA batteries required. Authentic posable forks and flashing safety light. Pop, pop, pop. You just picture, I can picture the TV commercial with little girls playing with their Barbies in this, and it's just like, get away from her, you bitch. Anyway, Barbie Dream Loader from friend of the show, Joe Klosek. Awesome. This one's killing me too. Here we got a picture of one of those trees where they put the bricks like all around it, you know, on the streets, those trees. And this one has a little frame around it too. Like, I don't know if it was wood or what, but the tree is bent down to the ground and curved up around it. And it's captioned, become ungovernable.
all I can hear when I see this is that line in a Rage Against the Machine song, fuck you, I won't do what you tell me.
Yeah.
That's right.
Please, Mr. Tree. This was from the Best and the Worst of Twitter, part 2, the second appearance of Best and the Worst of Twitter 2. Reposting Ben _Rosen, who says a conversation between me and Vitamin Water. Says, Vitamin Water. We're like water, but with vitamins. Me, which ones? Well, sugar is a vitamin. Me, no, it's not. What about blue? This next one's from friend of the show, Mac. You guys remember Mac from the Blind Pig? And she has reposted a memory that is a conversation between him and her. And you got a guy and a girl sort of looking at each other in a picture, like sort of flirting with each other. And her, I'm really into older guys. Me, trying to impress her. Would you like a Werther's Original? And Max says this is exactly what happened when Karthik and I got together. Oh man. Friend of the show and clergy of the show, Father Nathan Monk, reposts at James Lackey, who says, imagine thinking it's okay to hear the gospel preached from a cartoon tomato, but not a real life woman. Did I ever tell you I worked for a guy who works at VeggieTales now? It's so strange. Friend of the show, Jace, reposts instructions unclear. And I'll clarify that because there's a sign that says, remember the panic when you couldn't find toilet paper? Wait until you can't find a police officer. And it's captioned, instructions unclear, wiped ass with a cop. Speaking of cops, friend of the show, Joe Klosik, making numerous appearances in the show this evening, has posted a picture of the California Highway Patrol, and it says, saw my first highway patrol in the Tenderloin today. A guy went by on a scooter and yelled, how fast was the tent going? If you don't know about the Tenderloin, it's a very famous homeless encampment encrusted in a nice layer of poo and hypodermic needles. Anyway, and yeah, a lot of tents. How fast was the tent going? I'm flubbing a lot of these punchlines tonight. Friend of the show, actually, I don't know, possible friend of the show, no idea, has posted in the Attitude Era fans. When you get home from work from a long day and your girl starts asking if you'd still love her if she was a potato. It's just this serious testosterone guy face, the kind of face.
Which is the standard face of Stone Cold Steve Austin pictured here.
Thank you so much, sir. And in quotes below it, it just says, I have a serious question to ask you, and be honest. You still love me if I was a potato? I don't know. I thought it was kind of funny. Actually, I don't know if I want to follow this guy anymore because like the rest of his stuff was pretty crap, but I liked a couple of his memes. The Lavender Librarian, deliriously fun friend of the show, the Lavender Librarian, reposts this from probably bad RPG ideas with a conversation between Call of Cthulhu and me. Call of Cthulhu. It is a book of great evil. Me. Atlas Shrugged. Call of Cthulhu. No, near unreadable in its rambling, incoherent diatribe of horror. Me. Atlas Shrugged. No, those who read it become monsters dedicated to the torment of humanity. Yeah, that's definitely Atlas Shrugged.
Yep.
Woo! Oh my God. Yeah. I mean, sure, you should read it in high school and get all angry and then grow up. Finally, finally for this set, except for my penultimate friend of the show, Dr. John, making a second appearance here with a 4-panel that has a girl, and she is saying, just be yourself. You can just be yourself around me. And the man is saying, are you sure? And the girl is saying in the third panel, yeah, and then he's decked out in tactical gear all over the place, looks like a complete nincompoop. He says, are you absolutely sure?
God.
And like so many other terrible people, we realize that's just not true. So, man, we get rid of my controls. All right, that was my round 3. So now on to the post with the most, Mr. Michael, sir.
Here it comes.
What you got?
My post with the most comes.
What you got?
My post with the most this week Says I shared this from Reverend Elena Cobb. It's a three-panel comic, and the first is a panel of a purple guy talking to an orange guy, and he says, "Get ready for an ass kicking, you Nazi bitch." And then this yellow guy walks up and says, "Excuse me, let's resolve this with kindness, shall we? What would Jesus do?" And then the third panel is huge, and you see Jesus like heckling from heaven, eating popcorn and lounging, and Jesus says, "Knock that motherfucker out."
Yes.
I'd like to
And
think,
the fact that that's
yeah,
my
I'd like,
post with the most tells you a lot about what my echo chamber looks like.
hell yeah. All right. Hell yeah. All right. On to TD.
My post with the most this week comes from friend of the show, Michael Matthews Jr., who reposts Gen X Uncensored. He reposts from Amy. A lot of reposting here. And Amy just says, "My theory is every Gen X person read a Stephen King book way too young, and that's why they are the way they are." I vouch.
I told everybody, I'm pretty sure Cujo made me gay. No.
I got a hold of a copy of Pet Sematary and read that shit when I was in 4th grade.
Nice. That's awesome.
I love that book. I've read it 3 times since.
Very cool.
I'm a
All right.
millennial.
All right, on to my final post with the most here. Oh, come on, man. My controls always screw up here. Here we go. All right. My post with the most, Marlu Stern reposts this picture of Dolly Parton in concert in an awesome outfit in front of a very large crowd. And it says, "Drunk guy just yelled, 'I love you' to Dolly Parton." And she said, "I love you too, but I told you to wait in the trunk."
God bless Dolly Parton.
Oh, reposted by Moist Buddha with a caption, "The hero we need."
Boy, Buddha.
The
Wow.
moistest of the Buddhas.
A lot of moistness.
Did we do it?
A lot of Buddhas. Indeed. I believe that fully and thoroughly constitutes a legal requirement of Facebook for the Blind for May 23rd, 2023. We love you. Thank you so much for coming. See you next time. Mwah.
Love you, George.
Recording stopped.
The recording has stopped.
Anybody else want to do one? Thanks for listening to an episode of Facebook for the Blind. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.